Yeah, when we first came into the league, we had a really experienced team. I had a lot of fourth and fifth years coming through, and you know, when they play together for that many years, they're a really solid group. So, you know, the last couple of years we've had a lot of turnover, a lot of players graduating and whatnot. So this year we've got you know, 3 first years that have come in, and then we got a couple of transfers. And right now we're back on that rebuilding up into being that type of a team that we were a few years ago. We got some really solid recruits in, and that's what it's going to take. Getting those players and then obviously playing together and getting them some experience is going to be critical. When you have a season like we did last year, you definitely want to change things around and go at it a little bit differently. So we had some key players that we were really focusing on, and then just being able to get them in here was, I mean, obviously something that we wanted to do, but you can't guarantee that every time. But you know, just doing a lot of reflection through over the summer and looking how I can be better and how we can put some better pieces of the puzzle together, and I think that we were successful doing that. And you know, continuing to talk with more and more players at younger and younger ages, I think is the way that we have to go to maintain the quality of competition that we want within the gym. And that was another big thing, is that we wanted the younger players to be pushing the older players, and that was, we were very successful in that regard so far. We're going to have an influx of youth and the experience. So, I mean, just learning from past experiences is the biggest thing, and preparing the young ones that were coming in this year has been a big focal point. I mean, Jenna Smith going into her 5th year, she's got the reins for a couple of years here now, so she's settling in really well. And then the other girls, like I said, that competition amongst each other in practice was crucial for us to have, and thus far we've been doing really well with that, and the chemistry on the team, and you know, our blocking systems, and we changed up our defense a little bit and things like that. So we're hoping that we're going to pose a lot of problems for the opponents and be a little bit more aggressive with our play. We look at it as a very, very big positive for us, and on the chemistry side for sure, that's the biggest thing. But our ability to, as we went through a couple of preseason tournaments, we got to see where we could really strengthen our lineup, whether that's people starting and other people finishing for them, whether we need to go on the offensive or we need to be a little bit more defensive. So the preseason was, it was a big eye-opener for us in the regard that we got to see a lot of people in a lot of different positions that are going to contribute on a regular basis here. You know what, we want to put a good product on the floor day in and day out, and when we're competing against, you know, whether it's the #1 team or, you know, anybody in the CIS in Canada West is a very, very good team, and you got to put your best foot forward each and every night. And so that's what we're looking forward to, is gaining that experience, but being able to fight day in and day out. We want to be able to compete, like I said earlier, not only in our practices, but we want to be able to make sure that we're taken seriously by every opponent, and that's being as prepared as we possibly can, competing as hard as we possibly can, and then with that chemistry, I think that good things are going to happen for this group. A couple of our first years, like we have 3 outside hitters that came in, and we're really looking forward to watching them grow and develop. I mean, they're going to have very, very strong careers here at Mount Royal University, without a doubt. And then the other one, we had a couple of transfers that are coming in. Alex Donaghy is, you know, she's played middle for a couple of years. We're looking at her a little bit on the right side as well. So we're expecting really big things from all of our transfers in all our first years. And then, like I said before, the veterans that have been here, they've already seen it, and their play has already progressed because of these younger players and these transfers that are coming in. So we're really happy with our recruiting class, and if we kind of had to pick out one person, Carolina Alongi is one that we're really looking forward to watching her, even from just the beginning of the season until now through her preseason. We've seen a lot of really great strides out of her.